For so many years, we have been lied to in thinking that working hard was the way to the dream life that we want. And from what I've seen from a lot of people my age, younger, a little older, is that they didn't spend so much time hustling, sweating, and doing everything that the world tells us to do because that just creates tired people, that just creates desperate people. And I don't want to, and when I first discovered what I've discovered, I didn't want to live that lifestyle. And I knew I wanted more and I knew I wanted it faster because success really isn't just about attaining what you want, but it's how soon did it take you to attain it so you can actually enjoy it. And I want to speak about a life that and have a life that is peaceful, that is calm, that is collected. And I don't want to live a life that is stressful and that I had to bend arms and manipulate people and just not be my best self. And I will speak on my past and how this can help you. Whatever you're doing, whatever you believe is what you should be doing, just stop it. Stop it for like a week. Take a break. Sit in silence and just think about what it would feel like to already have it done. Practice feeling the feelings of already having it done. Practice practice those conversations that you have with those people at the top of whatever you want to be at the top of. What conversations are y'all having? What what demeanor do you have? What mannerisms do you show? What's in your bank account? What do you eat on the daily? How often do you work out? How often do you study your craft? I think a lot of times, me included, we work, and forget if we actually just focus on the feeling of what we truly want, we can attain whatever we want a lot quicker. And so I've just discovered like quantum physics in April and it's August, so 4 months. But I have made leaps and bounds into producing more of what I want just because I don't let I don't let who I think I'm supposed to be or I don't let the hustle culture take over my mind. There are a lot of people who think, "Oh, I know if I'm working harder then I'm moving forward. I know if I'm making more money by working more hours, I'm moving forward." And that just never sat right with me. I always felt like an energetic disalignment or misalignment when people say, "Oh, I need to work harder." Anything about just stress, anything about just overexertion, I just always tooted my nose up to it, at least in my head. Maybe in person, I'm like, "Oh yeah, true." But I just always knew that that wasn't what I wanted to do, and I never knew why. But I think now that I've discovered why, now it's just about practicing. And a lot of times, if you only spend an hour meditating or even less, 15, 20 minutes just thinking about the future, but then you spend the rest of those 23 hours and, no, yeah, 23 hours and whatever, 40 minutes in lack, in desperation, in run, and stress, you've already neglected all of that progress you've made. You've already deleted all of that process. So in order for you to continue the process, you have to do it consistently. It has to become who you are. It has to become a part of you. It shouldn't be something that you have to practice. It should just be something that you just do. And you'll know once you're changing, once stuff that you used to do no longer amuse you. A lot of times the things that I used to do, like just watching YouTube all day, watching just being on social media all day, it entertained me. It kept me calm. It kept me, I guess, in the know. But honestly, a few years ago, I just stopped being on social media. Like I will post, but I stopped being on social media. I will maybe be on my homepage just to comment and engage with the people who I follow. But I really am just not like doom scrolling, how people say. I feel like there's more to life than now. Social media has its place, and it has benefited me tremendously with how I look, my aesthetic, market research, and just how I create and produce content. It has really helped me for sure. But I think to an extent it can become detrimental to everyone's personal progress because we tend to compare ourselves to others who are either showing their best selves or just showing you what they want you to see. And it makes you feel like that's their life, and you look at all of your life, good and bad, and it doesn't equate. So I feel like I stay on social media just enough, but you'll realize whatever you used to do no longer amuse you. And that's when you'll know that you're changing. And from talking from personal experience, you won't have a lot of friends. You won't have a lot of people, if you're even in your 20s or 30s, you won't have a lot of people who understand what you're going through because they're still in their state. They're still in their mindset of, I have to work hard. And to this day, I still have to check myself and make sure, is this coming from a place of alignment or is this coming from a place of desperation? And if I ask myself that and I immediately think, I don't feel like it's a calm thing, it's already mine, I immediately stop. Now, if I come back to it, then it's meant to be. But if I found out that that's not really what I wanted, then I just helped myself not go back and repeat the same cycles I used to. And that takes time. Depending on how often you do it, you can be where you want to be in a week. You can be where you want to be in a month, a year, 10 years. It just depends on how often you decide to live the life that you truly want. And I think I've stopped myself from creating long form videos because I wanted it to be perfect because I'm a perfectionist. But with content, you realize you can't be perfect because no one's perfect. Everyone wants you to just be you, and you will find your people. And so when I watch other creators who talk about quantum physics and success and happiness and freedom, I see them and I'm like, man, I like their content. Even if it's bland, like no edits or music or anything, no introduction, they just start talking. And I admire that because that's what I want. So that's what I'm doing right here. A lot of times we feel like we aren't ready to be the person that we want to be, even if we applaud others who are being who they want to be. They're not the most confident person. They just decided to step in faith. They decided to be that person today and allow for things to come to them. That's a big thing, allowing for things to come to you instead of having to always, again, run, stress. That's not the way to the dream life you want. And the people who are living their dream life won't tell you these things because I'm not sure if you ever watched the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, but a guy said, in order for a few to be immortal, many must die. So in order for a few, which is a lot of a few people, but for a few people to be wildly successful, a lot of people have to suffer. We will need a lot of people in warehouses, in food and fast food restaurants, and companies and cubicles, because we can't have everybody being successful, which there is more than enough money out here for everyone to have equally $1 billion. But not everyone will actually align with it. So that's why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. And the life that you want is created first in your mind, and then it's created in your physical reality. Your physical reality shouldn't dictate what you do. Now, I understand you have to pay bills, so you will need a job. But you have to understand that you are so much more. Focus on what you want and act as that person today. Not act as in faking, but act as in being that person today. Now, again, it will take time. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I practice every day. I act every day. And my physical world has caught up. And I see more and more of synchronicities, of which you hear people say, synchronicities and coincidences. I see them every day. Of why I know I'm on the right track, of how I know I'm on the right track. But it takes consistency of acting. Acting not as in faking, but acting as in being the person. So that's my TED Talk for today. I love y'all. Peace out.